Howdy guys, welcome back to Paper Mario. I'm NintendoCapriSun, and I got some bad news. When I recorded this episode yesterday, I normally record my voice with Audacity, right? Well, apparently I had Audacity set to stereo mix instead of the microphone because I was doing some stuff, recording some stuff from YouTube. And so anyway, that's a long story, but yeah, so to make a long story short, it means that the commentary that I got for those videos does not exist. You know, because some butt wipe left the pause button down. I'm tired of making tapes that don't exist. Who knows if this one doesn't exist because some butt wipe can't leave the pause button up and alone. Okay, anyway, yeah, there I go with my non sequitur again, I tell you. So I'm post-commentating this, which is really unfortunate, because it would have been nice to see my reaction to this boss, or for you guys to get to hear it, because this was a really cool boss. Unfortunately, yeah, and then I figured out here you could use WAD to make invisible blocks appear, which, well, I already knew that, really. That was my first time actually doing it, though, seeing how it works. And then I guess it took me like 2 years to figure out I couldn't do the ground pound or the bomb stomp while holding WAD, so I had to fix that. Fix that up, fix this tape up. You know. So now we're gonna use Cooper, and we're gonna get a Star Storm here. PK Star Storm, yeah. Attack power 6. Hits all enemies. It's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent, considering the situation. I guess I was checking my HP there. I don't know what I was doing. I guess that's for you and me now to wonder together. This fight, actually, with the boss turned out a little butt clenchy, we'll say. So, looking forward to rehashing that whole story all over again. So you guys get to hear whatever it is that you're gonna get to hear. And you're gonna get to see my, you know, see whether or not I die to the boss. Have I spoiled too much there by implying that dying was even an option now? I don't know. Yeah, so apparently I got this, like, anonymous, letter on Reddit. Whoever it was, they used a throwaway account. So, shoutouts, because that's totally something I would do, too. And, they didn't like that I was using both Power Plus badges. Now they think I'm overpowered, and it's not fun to watch anymore. And I kinda get where you're coming from. There's a part of me that was thinking maybe of taking one off. And do a more interesting badge setup with more little things, more little, you know, surprisey things that I could do, like, you know, I mean, just little stuff, like being able to, what is it, to focus with the partner, you know, things like that. I can still hear those guys. Yeah, so I might do that, but, the big part of the reason I like putting them on is because I just didn't want to fail at the game, you know, because I figure people would hate that, too, if I did that. If I suck at the game. So, trying to be all badass and awesome, but if that's not what... Well, that's not what that person wants to see, so... But that's fine. Can't please everybody, after all, so... So I kinda have to just follow my gut, wherever it takes me. There's great music here, too. I'm gonna turn this up a bit. So I'm listening to it in headphones now. Normally, I can't really listen to the music that much in the game as I'm playing it because then the music plays in the background, and even when it's, like, feels like it's perfectly synced, it'll still echo in the background, and you can hear, like, 2 iterations of the music. In one of the more recent videos, you could hear me going down a pipe, like, 5 seconds before it happened in the video. And the reason for that was because sometimes when I get to the end of the video and I'm rambling for too long, it's like, just get to the point and say goodbye and end out the video. But sometimes I sit there and talk for too long, so I end up cutting parts of that out. So then I move the future part backwards, or, you know, I cut out like a few seconds and then move the rest backwards so that he gets to the point faster. But then you hear sound effects that it didn't happen until that point in the video, like earlier than you're supposed to, like 10 seconds. You hear stuff happening in the background. Yeah, you can see I caught the rhythm of that a little bit there and managed to block a few of those, but... they're done. These guys are so done, it's not even funny. Mercy, he beat them all up. That surely isn't good. Guess it's up to me. This music is so good. I feel like I've heard it though. Maybe I have, and I'm just not I don't remember where. I wish I could remember music as well as I did when I was younger. Because I still paid a lot of attention to music, but I don't remember it as well. It's like... I mean, you could probably play a music song... you could play me music from Cloudberry Kingdom right now, and I wouldn't even know what it was. I mean, I don't even recognize some Investigations songs, even. And it's like, what? You just played that game 6 months ago, and you don't remember the... Oh yeah, I don't know, I got stupid here and tried this turbocharge thing. What I was thinking was, okay, what if he charges my jump? Because that's what I thought he would do. And I thought maybe it was like other charges where it would add 2 to your attack, so my jumps would be doing 6 damage. Obviously I didn't do it yet, but I did do it at some point. It turned out to not work that way. I used it twice, thinking, what if it stacks? Then my jumps do 8 damage, each I do 16 damage per turn. You know, but it ended up, after doing it 2 times, on 2 consecutive turns, and then on the turn after that, Mario did 3 damage per jump, so it didn't quite work out the way I planned. And part of that was because he has 2 defense. Again, I don't know what I was doing here. Okay, boy, what are you doing, past self? That little hook there in the music, it's so good. What is he doing here? Oh my god! Did he die? Did my past self die? Am I dead right now? Oh, there we go. Thank god. Good, second player. Sorry, just had to make a Stanley Parable reference. Oh my god. Good, second player. Why is it so funny? Even thinking about that is like, makes me smile. Oh, shut up. No comment. So here come the Shy Guy piles, the pile guys. The pile driver micro Shy Guys. So, I pity you, sir. It's time you paid, Mario. Paid for what? What did you ever give me? Besides a look. I'm at a loss for insults for this dude. I'm having too much fun with him. And so apparently I didn't do the charge thing yet. That's for when I'm face up just against him by himself. Once that happens, then things get a little, you know, more interesting. Because the great thing about Watt's attack is that it ignores defense. And that's what this boss is largely designed to teach you. So you're supposed to figure that out when you're fighting him, and of course my dumbass is trying to be all epic. So is this it? I think this is where he jumps in? Gah, fine, I'll beat you myself. It's the way it's gotta be. Nobody embarrasses the brave Shy Guys in my army. Nobody! Nobody calls me chicken needles either, but everybody knew I was gonna say that. So this is where I figured out that he had 2 defense. So I knew he had the defense at that point. I didn't know that Watt's attack ignores defense yet. I hadn't figured that part out. I tried this first, and for some reason I couldn't mash it fast enough like it. Either I guess obviously I just wasn't mashing it fast enough. Then I saw there that does 5 damage. Yep. Oh, I love watching my past self struggle. I hope it's as good for you guys as it is for me, let me tell you. Look at that jackass just going through his non-healing items. So obviously I had to resort to Star Spirits here. What else was I gonna do? The best I could hope for was to stay alive. You know, long enough for Watt to get it. Watt. To get in some damage while I was recovering. And in best case scenario, maybe get 2 or more hits out of it. It wasn't gonna be much, I can tell you that. Oh, it's even worse than that because I still do the charge thing. Oh god. Well, I guess I was looking for an easy out at this point. I thought, okay, is there any way maybe this will put +2 on my damage? Oh, it even says right there it's only +1. So right now I'd be doing 3 damage if I attacked. Or 5 with the hammer. I never even tried the hammer, I don't know if that would work. So I had to do it again, just to try to stay alive. Oh, and the other thing I was thinking was, okay, if I can get the action command off, I could have done a peril attack. Because I still had that peril badge equipped, which ups your attack by 4 when you're at 1 HP. So I was thinking, let's just watch this play out. I'm not going to spoil what happens here. Boom, I did figure out the action command at that point. So there's one less thing to worry about. But at this point, I was out of heals, I had nothing else to do. Then I figured out, okay, the charge wasn't as good as I thought it would be, so I had to abandon ship on that one. Look your dash. Yeah, smart, not trying the power shock again. That looks so cool. You wouldn't think that was a Nintendo 64. Because that looks so smooth. Oh, and it even tells you right there, you know. Of course, one might be inclined to think, oh, it's only him that's that way, and not that Watt's attack ignores defense. So I deliberately didn't do the action command there, so it would put me into peril, and, well, let's see what happens. Will it be enough? I can just hear my past self now. He's squirming good, and his butt is clenched so tight that you could open an apple. Well, Stanley decided to use the Star Spirits one last time. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Okay, I had enough to do another heal. So I figured, well, maybe use the Star Spirit, heal for 5, and Watt would get one more turn. You know, like, at least one more turn to do some damage before I did my peril attack. That's, of course, assuming that he did the same attack that he's been doing, and did exactly 5 damage after that. Was I willing to take that risk, though? I don't know. We're about to find out here. If he would... Yeah, thank God. I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder. It's a lot easier to explain my logic when I'm not actually playing the game. So this gives Watt a free hit here, and then he hits me for 5, it'll put us right back where we were. The only difference is 4 extra damage, so I don't know if that made the difference or not. I'll probably, well, depends on how much HP he has. I mean, I could look it up and find out, but... So this was it right here, the do-or-die moment. Of course, those of you who really know this game already know what's going to happen here, but... Of course, I could have missed the action command, you couldn't have predicted that. Boom. I thought for sure he was going into a second form here. And then when he died for good, I was like, oh, yes! Oh, it was such a relief. Such a relief. And more BP. So apparently, your BP max is out at 30 in this game. 30 is the most BP you can get. So that's interesting. So I'm only going to be able to do that 2 more times. Then I'm going to have to start making some serious decisions. Because I was thinking at some point I'd get that Defend Plus on, too. Because that would be good to have. But, in the meantime, we've saved ourselves another Star Spirit, number 4 out of 7. It means we're officially over halfway done. Over halfway done? Because I'm halfway... No, bye-bye. So you've heard of Sailor Moon, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Jupiter. This is Sailor Star. I didn't say which star it is. Maybe it's Sailor Sun. Is there a Sailor Sun? I don't know. No, they're all Sailor Daughters, actually. Puns on top of puns on top of puns. Let me tell you. To save the 4th Star Spirit, Muscular, Mario, and team disbanded the gang of Shy Guys Toughs. Slowly, it seems as if the life force is returning to the once bleak night sky. But the stars won't truly shine until the Star Rod is wrested from Bowser's evil grasp. 3 Star Spirits still await rescue. Where in the world are they being held?